Hello everyone, welcome to this video of
Fasten mechanical components or sub-assemblies together using screws, bolts and collars using hand tools.
In this video, we will learn how to fasten mechanical components or sub-assemblies together using screws, bolts and collars with the help of hand tools.
Drilling a through and blind hole for part 1 of the assembly. Check the raw material size. File and finish the metal to size 60 by 60 by 19 mm, maintaining parallelism and perpendicularity. Check the flatness and squareness with dry square and size with vernier caliper. Apply marking media and mark centers for drilling holes using vernier height gauge as per drawing. Punch on centers for drilling holes using center punch 90 degrees. Hold the job in drilling machine table. Make center drill in drill holes centers. Fix diameter 6 mm drill in drilling machine spindle through drill chuck and drill pilot holes for both through and blind holes. Fix diameter 8.5 mm drill and drill through hole as per drawing. Fix diameter 10.5 mm drill and drill blind hole to the required depth of 14 mm. File and deburr in all the surfaces of the job. Cut internal thread in through hole. Fix the job in benchwise. Fix M10 first tap in tap wrench and cut internal thread in through hole. Similarly, fix M10 second tap and third tap in tap wrench one by one and cut the internal thread to form full thread. Repeat the above process to cut internal thread in other drilled through hole. Cut internal thread in blind hole. Remove metal chips, if any, from the blind hole by turning it upside down and slightly tapping it on a wooden surface. Fix the M12 first tap in tap wrench. Screw a matching nut on the first tap to the required distance of 14 mm to act as a depth stop. Cut internal thread in blind hole to the required depth of 14 mm. Remove the metal chips, if any, from the threaded blind hole. Similarly, fix M12 second tap and third tap in tap wrench one by one and cut the thread to form full thread. Clean the threaded hole and ensure no burrs. Repeat the above process to cut internal thread in another drilled blind hole. Use cutting fluid while cutting the thread. Check the threaded hole using the M10 and M12 matching bolts by screwing. To prepare stud. Check the raw material size. File the round rod ends to flatness and squareness, maintaining size diameter 10 mm by 70 mm length. Turn the round rod to diameter 9.9 mm blank size to cut external thread as per drawing. File chamfer of 2 mm by 45 degrees at both ends of the round rod. Apply marking media on cylindrical surface of the job and mark the required length and punch witness marks to cut external thread as per drawing. Hold the cylindrical rod in benchwise to 90 degrees with aluminium vise clamps and check the 90 degrees with tri-square. Set M10 circular split die in die stock. Place the split die on the cylindrical round rod one end and cut external thread by rotating in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction to cut external thread. Apply pressure on the die stock evenly and turn in a clockwise direction to advance the die in stud blank and reverse the die for a short distance to break the chips. Following the above processes, cut the external thread up to the required length as per drawing. Clean the thread and check with suitable screw pitch gauge and matching nut. If the nut is not fitted with the external thread, increase the depth of cut gradually by adjusting the split die stock, outer screws and deepen the cut of thread to correct pitch of thread and check with matching nut and screw pitch gauge. Similarly, repeat the thread cutting process in other end of cylindrical round rod to the required length and check with suitable screw pitch gauge and match with suitable nut. Clean the thread and ensure no burrs. Apply little oil and preserve it for evaluation. To prepare bolt, check the raw material for its size. Turn hexagon rod ends to flatness and squareness 9 mm by 40 mm length in lathe. Apply marking media and mark dimensions to prepare hexagonal head bolt blank as per job drawing. Punch witness marks using dot punch 60 degrees. Cut and remove excess metal by sawing. Turn to diameter 9.9 mm by 18 mm length to cut external thread. File chamfer of 2 mm by 45 degrees on screw end of rod. Hold the hexagonal head bolt in benchwise to 90 degrees along with aluminium vise clamps. Set M10 split die in the die stock. Place the split die on the hexagonal head bolt round blank end with die stock and turn in clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction to cut external thread. Check the die to 90 degrees to the hexagonal head bolt blank while cutting external thread. Apply pressure on the die stock evenly and cut external thread as shown in job drawing. Check the thread with screw pitch gauge and matching nut. Clean the thread, apply little oil and preserve it for evaluation. Moving on to prepare the collar and assembling the three parts. Check the raw material size. File flatness and squareness, mark in collar as per job drawing and punch the hole center and the outer circumference of collar. Drill the center of hole diameter 10.5 mm and chamfer sink the drilled hole both sides. Hold the job in benchwise and file the circumference of collar to diameter 22 mm and thickness 14 mm. The size with vernier caliper. Clean the parts 1, 2 and 3. Assemble the parts 1 and 2 using hexagonal bolt and tighten the bolt using suitable double-ended spanner or ring spanner. Mark the tap drill hole center on middle of the collar as shown in job drawing. Set the assembly in drilling machine table using suitable clamping device. Make drill hole collar diameter 5.2 mm for M6 tap and drill up to opening of internal diameter ID 10.5 mm in hexagonal bolt. Separate the parts 1, 2 and 3. Fix countersink tool in drilling machine and chamfer the diameter 5.2 mm drilled hole. Hold the collar in benchwise. Cut M6 internal thread using hand tap and tap wrench. Reassemble the parts 1, 2 and 3 and tighten the hexagon bolt using suitable double-ended spanner or ring spanner. Screw the round head slotted screw in collar as shown in job drawing and tighten it using suitable screwdriver and complete the sub-assemblies. Apply thin coat of oil and preserve it for evaluation.
In this video, we have learned to drill a through and blind hole, procedure to form internal threads with taps to standard size, to prepare fasteners like stud and bolt, assembling the mechanical components using hand tools like double-ended spanner or ring spanner. Thank you for watching.